the Constitution. Again, much has been made of the idea, and it's LGBT persons, again, as if they were the ones proposing this, have been called upon to show us where in the Constitution you have this right. Because if you can't show us, then we'll trample on it however many times we want to. The rhetorical response is, show us in the Constitution where you have a right to have heterosexual sex, or the right to have sex at all, or the right to sleep. Do you have the right? Because you can't show us in the Constitution, because I can't show you that I have a right to sleep, an inherent human thing to do, are you suggesting to me that I do not have a right to sleep? Is that a suggestion? That if you cannot find in a constitution, as if a constitution was a code, even in the most detailed French codes, you're not going to find that. Right? Constitutions are not written as codes. They state general principles. That is why you have that provision 33.5 that tells you that the fact that certain rights and freedoms have not been mentioned is not to negate their existence, where they are inherent to your being as a person. And sex, the right to have private, consensual, adult sex, is as fundamental and inherent a right as any. And that is the right that is trampled upon here. If you want to name that right, it is that right that you have, that I have, that every heterosexual person has. That is the right that is being trampled upon here in this Constitution, in this bill, as respect only to LGBT persons. And on what grounds? Unnatural? Obviously not, because you remain free, I remain free to do those unnatural things. And that unnaturalness is supposed to also be the menace for all of this talk about HIV and the like, right? Because you go around the media, they've even coined a word for it. The whole bill has gotten lost. Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, they call it Trumu-Trumu. The Trumu-Trumu bill. They called us all the Trumu-Trumu professors and others, right? So is that, if it is about that, if the menace is the act, and what organ of the body you are using to get into what other organ of the body, then it's just difficult for me to understand why it would be applied only as to same-sex persons or LGBT persons, if it is the source of this peculiar menace that you say we are trying to kill. So once you read the bill of all of this superficiality, what remains is what my other friends on the concerned citizens group have suggested. This is an attempt to convert sins into crimes, theological wrongs into crimes, not